Howdy-o, what do you know? This is Rabbit of Scrublead Academy, and we are back in Dito today, and we are online. We've got our guild buffs, as you can tell. We've gotten decent buffs here. We are up to 65 HP at level 1. Everything is going swimmingly, and we're going to go ahead and enter Elite Mode. Now, generally, you'll probably want a hireling if you don't have both Aasimar and the ridiculous experience that I have with this game. But since I have both of those things, I'll probably just go in here and instantly swamp this place. So let's go ahead and get that done. So you just learn where these spiders are pretty quickly. It's a really easy dungeon. We'll kill them before they can do any damage to us at all. And we'll go up here and deal with these two spiders. And if you keep them at a distance, you can actually hit them where they can't hit you back. Now, I've been doing very poorly with that. But you notice we're doing... Oh, he missed us. He hit us for 0 there. We're doing pretty well at that. We can usually get the first strike if you can keep them at a distance because your hit range is actually longer than theirs in melee. But basically, yeah, they'll do a little bit of damage to us. They're not going to do a huge amount. We're just going to gather everything up here, get it all over here. We have 2 lay on hands, and we only have 1 encounter that's going to be in any way difficult for us. But you notice we are just cleaning through that, and that's the power of two-handed right there. And there is our key. Let's get that. So here's the encounter I was talking about. Let's go ahead, trip him. He's down, and he is going to die. Easy, easy, easy. It is over. So we get our loot now. Now, you will notice I don't actually have any of my gear. I don't have any of my bags. We didn't actually gear up because I wanted to showcase this from the perspective of somebody who may or may not be a new or a newish player. So I figured having my gear might be a little much. I've already got my tomes working, and they're giving me a bit of a benefit, but having the gear might just be almost unachievable in terms of what I can accomplish. So this way, we're actually showing off what this thing can do without gear, and it's doing just fine. It's doing just fine. Now, Paladin is what I like to call, or one of the classes I like to call, quick burn. They start up really quickly. They are operational pretty much immediately. And in the case of Paladin, level 2 is when you become really operational and you get your own lay on hands. But we're able to use healing hands, so I'm not very concerned when I get into any trouble. From Linus here, we always want to take the rugged belt, 5 HP. Always, 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 it's always the best option. Grab that, throw it on. HP is amazing at this level. So I like to clean through the first few quests of Korthos. I tend to do that with a lot of them because they're really quick. They're really quick quests. And we might as well get them done if we can. And you notice I didn't even bother healing up to full out there. I'm just going for it. Just going for it. This is really easy stuff. Really easy stuff. Let's get rid of him, get rid of him. Those 2 are gone. They did 3 whole damage to me. And if you skirt the right side on that last sort of area there, you will avoid that archer, so you won't have to worry too much about him. We go straight for the altar. Always want to break the altar first. Trip the zombie. And get rid of him. And save ourselves a whole lot of hassle. And I guess I already picked up the crest accidentally, didn't I? Yes, I did. Wow. As I was click-happying, I picked it up. So there's our disciple. Disciples are range tunes. We're going to want to go over there. And can we trip him? Yes, we can. Nope, he actually survived that one. Nice. Very good for him. But they still didn't hit us at all. So you'll see it's not actually all that difficult. It's not all that difficult to get through this dungeon as a paladin. We're not in any trouble at all. We have 2 healing hands here, and I'm just going to hit him and break that. You get bonus XPs if you break those, and can we trip? Yes, we can. Get rid of it. All right, so let's get down here. Acolytes are always the most important, so we'll go straight for him, and they generally have pretty low strength, and pretty low dex. So we can just go ahead and clean that up, and just gone. If we can keep one of those, you'll notice I was running around the Devourer there. If we can keep one of them running around his buddy, he's not hitting us, so we're minimizing the damage we take. Once again, Acolyte, we got our trip ready. We're going to go up there and just rush through and trip him alone. There we go. And we can hit him, do a little bit of damage, and just try to avoid his hits by running back and forth. Seems to work out very well. So we're almost at the end of the dungeon, and we've taken a grand total of 7 damage, which I don't think is all that bad. Now, let's try to trip this guy. Nope, didn't work. Whatever. We don't really need to trip. That's the thing. We don't really need it. We can usually just stay outside of the enemy's range and hit them in melee. And you will notice with this, the Sunder, that it'll twist your character around like that. That's actually not a very good attack, all things considered, because it interrupts your normal rotation And it's a very long attack, so we're just going to let that acid go off. Oops, get back a little bit. And steal our treasure. And we didn't get anything useful. Then you want to skirt this side of the wall to avoid it, because it will go off again to open the gate. And that way, you pretty much avoid the only threat in the dungeon. And now that we're back down here, I'm not really bothering with these breakables. We're just going through, drop all 3 crests that we've collected in here, and head on inside. And we're going to want to complete the quest immediately to get that bonus XPs. There we go. Then we can get this Sawagan Necromancer, and go straight for that guy right there. And I accidentally cleaved, which is a real problem. But you'll notice that they're trying to smack us, but they're behind him, so they couldn't actually hit us. Still, it was a very easy dungeon, and you can just get your loot. Easy, easy, easy. Done and done. And let's go ahead, turn that in. Pretty much the only one to get here is the Amulet of Inner Focus, because the Amulet of the Brute gives you 2 curses, which is not usually good for the 1 con that you get. So we'll equip that, and we need to pick up the quest from Baldar the Bold, which is called the Caneth Crystal. Let's head in. All right, so this one is pretty straightforward. Just want to trigger it. It seems like it's ready. The first one will always spawn here, so we're just going to be ready for him. Now, you'll notice what I did there is I immediately taunted him. In this dungeon, you have to protect this crystal, so it's always a good idea to taunt enemies if you can, to try and keep them on yourself, because that crystal is very frail and will not take that many hits to destroy. There's our other guy. There we go, he's tripped. Third one should come in right about here. I think here or here, one of the two. And then it's just going to be a rush, and you're going to have to race back to the crystal. So we'll taunt him, and come on, get rid of him. 72, yep, see, there you go. Now, I wasted my taunt there, which was a risky move. But we had it for those two, and that's important. So we saved the extra hits that thing would have taken. Taunt him, trip him. There's an Acolyte. We're going to go straight for him because we have a little bit of time left over. We'll just taunt and race back, actually. We're going to taunt and race back because it seems like we might have other minions coming in. Yep, there they are. And where are they? Oh, I thought I saw one. Never mind. There he is. So taunt him up. Hit him. He's gone. We should be fine. We should be stabilizing right now. At this point, when you're at about 5 left, you probably just want to hang around this crystal because they're going to start coming in pretty big waves. And you want to be able to taunt them pretty much immediately as soon as they come in. So there's one of them. He's going for us, which is fine, but this guy is not. So we're going to want to taunt him. That guy's going straight for the crystal. So we're going to want to hit him and get rid of all of this. And then we got... Oh, we got the rare spawn. If the rare spawns at 2, you can head right over here and just deal with him. And then the next guy will spawn out here by those bookshelves. So you can just stand at this door and wait for the last guy to spawn. Really easy. If he doesn't, then you'll probably just want to stick by the crystal until you're down to 1 cultist remaining. Because you don't know exactly where he's going to come from. And we can just trip him as he comes in, and he's done. He is done. That's the quest. Easy, easy, easy. Alright, so the crystal took a couple more hits than I'd like, but generally speaking, it's not too difficult if you can taunt the enemies off. I take Bracers of Assistance here as well. Always take the Bracers of Assistance. They're actually really useful to you. So then, we'll head in here and complete our Korthos Village saga with Sigmund Bowerson. Die, traitor. Get rid of that. We'll just hit both of those. The great thing about the Smite Evil is that it tends to cleave a lot. Here, we'll trip him, and then he's done. See, the trip is amazing CC, because as soon as you get them on the ground, they're pretty much gone. Now, the Sawagan, they'll probably be able to save against your trip, because they're strength-based, so don't bother with them unless they are casters. But we'll stick to his blind side if we possibly can. Now, I like to stay here, and that was actually kind of surprising. Usually 3 of them don't spawn at the exact same area. But if you stay right here, you can usually catch a few and then just pick off what you've got left over here, and they won't come in to get you right away. So it saves you a bit of extra damage. So the final wave is about to come in. We can clean that up and just go ahead and deal with the downstairs area. So 3 more. Wow. Impressive. Very impressive. So we tripped him. That saved us the extra damage incoming. And we're just going to get rid of him, We got the Adept right there. He's a good trip target, but we don't have access to trip yet, so we're just going to punch him right down. Not concerned at all. Alright, so generally you can search that door out. It doesn't actually give you any bonus XP in this dungeon, and it's easier and quicker just to hit that lever. So we can do that, grab our second chest, all the work that we did putting in for that, of course, and head on down here and just grab that lever. Now this guy is almost certainly going to run away from you. Not really much you can do about it. But that's fine, because there's not really much he can do about it. Now, he ran back to us, so we actually get the drop on this Sahuagin. Just because he was kind of an idiot, honestly. Which means the Sahuagin didn't do any damage to us, because he had to wake up. Alright, so we got 4 minions. Best place is to tackle them straight up here, head on. Because only a couple of them can get to you at any given time. And you can minimize the damage once again. Minimize the damage that you take. It's all about keeping the damage to a minimum until you get to level 2 and get the Paladin Lay on Hands to heal yourself. Always want to keep the damage low. Now this guy right here, he's pretty easy. We're just going to trip him, he'll fall over, and we are done. Straightforward. And now we're on to Jacoby Drexelhand. And we saved our smite for just this occasion, so let's just go ahead and hit it up. It didn't do all that much, honestly, but that's fine. We can trip. And just keep those Sahuagin as far away as possible, but you're probably going to take a few, unfortunately. Because the Sahuagin have greater reach than you do, unfortunately. There we go. But that's it. We've leveled, done, and we get our treasure. So that's basically Paladin level 1. You're just going to go through some easy quests. There's actually a quest in the harbor with Baudry Cartamon that'll get you probably a rank by itself, and it's really straightforward. All you do is just kind of jump on the boxes and let the kobolds do what they want. But I decided to go through some of these quests. I like doing this stuff first, and it's generally a lot easier to get done and get some HP from the belt. So you can get that too. That being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Do all that fun stuff you do down below, and have a wonderful day.